Hi there. Today, I'm going to show you how easy it is to set up custom text notifications for Pipedrive using Zapier and, in this case, OpenPhone. So OpenPhone is my go-to choice for phone systems, especially if you are in the home services industry. And I have Pipedrive and OpenPhone side by side. Basically, I've built two workflows for two different reminders, one for the same day, so the client will be alerted the same day that there is a job scheduled for that day, and also one day before. So in the end, the clients will receive two notifications, one day before and the same day, whenever a job is scheduled. So as an example, my team has an electrical job scheduled for tomorrow at 7 a.m. at this location, and the contact, John, received a notification over text. This is a custom notification. You can arrange the message as you want, but basically I have a similar notification for jobs due today. And as you can see here, I have a plumbing job scheduled for today. This Paola is the contact. This is again at 7 a.m. and Paola received as well a notification over text notifying her about the job that is going to happen today. The workflows are very, very simple. I'm going to go into details into each of these so you can think about building this yourself. Hey there, I'm Andres from Connects. We are an automations and integrations agency, and we can help you integrate and automate Pipedrive, OpenPhone, or any of your tech stack. Do you have an automation or integration need? Look for the link in the description below to book a free discovery call with us. So how to get started building this automation? First, you need to set up Pipedrive accordingly. There are two things you need to do in Pipedrive. The first one, I suggest creating a custom activity. So by clicking any activity, you can check here this gear at the bottom. This will open you the company settings where you can add an activity type. You can type in the name, in this case it's job for me, and you can add it a specific icon. Here's the one I have here already, so I'm going to keep this. The second thing you need to do is to create a view for activities, a specific filter. So you click any existing view and you click the pencil on the side and you edit the filtering that you need. So in this case, we have two filters, one for jobs due today and another one for jobs due tomorrow. And this is how the filter looks like. So you need to set up activities where the due date is today and activities which types is a job. You rename this filter accordingly, in this case, jobs due today, and you save or save as new. You do the same for the filtering jobs due tomorrow. The only difference is that the due date is tomorrow. Okay, Pipedrive ready. Let's go into Zapier. Zapier is a platform that allows you to connect your apps and automate your workflows. Once you are in there, you click on the orange button, hit create, and start with the Zap. For this tutorial, I don't want to get into details how Zapier works. If you are interested in a tutorial, drop a comment in the section below. I'm going to show you the result of how these workflows work. So this is the workflow for same-day reminders. And everything starts with the Pipedrive trigger with the event activity matching filter. Let me edit this up to see this in more detail. So to start, you select Pipedrive as the triggering app, and the triggering event is activity matching filter. After you connect your account, you configure this to look for a specific filter. In this case, I selected jobs due today. I hit continue and then test trigger. What Zapier does here is pulling existing activities from Pipedrive so we can understand what to expect from this trigger. So this trigger is bringing in the subject as well as the location, as well as other very important and useful information. Contact information as well, phone numbers, so on and so forth. So I'm going to hit continue with select a record. And the end goal, as you see, the last step in this workflow is to send a message. In my case, I use OpenPhone, which, by the way, there is a link in the description below for a 10% discount on your OpenPhone subscription if you are a new user. Basically here, the action is based on OpenPhone. If you use any other texting platform, chances are you can do this as well because Zapier has more than 7,000 apps integrated. So the action event is to send a message And after you hit continue, you need to configure this action. So after you select the from phone number, this is my phone number, you need to input the to phone number. And here you need to click this small plus button on the side to map the phone number coming from the activity. So what will happen here, this will be dynamic, and for every new activity, Pipedrive will inform Zapier about the contact phone number, and we can use this phone number to send a message to them. Then for the message, as you can see here, I've built a custom message using a mix of static text with fields coming from Pipedrive. To do so, you can start typing, and to add a variable, you add the plus button here, and you bring in variables from the previous steps. The important part here to notice is I'm bringing the person's first name, the subject of the activity, the location, and as well as the hour that is going to happen. The 3 steps in between the trigger and this action are about formatting the date and the time from Pipedrive. For instance, all Pipedrive dates are based in UTC. So in order to schedule these messages at the right time, you need to convert this to your time zone. And that's what I'm going to show you right away. So I want you to focus on this step. Chances are the trigger will activate whenever an activity is due that date based on UTC time, but you want to send this reminder at 6 a.m. your time zone. For doing that, I'm adding delay by Zapier action, and the action event is delay until. To configure this, I'm putting here the date the job is going to happen, and then I add this string which corresponds to the exact time I want this to be sent. In this case, it's 6 a.m. and this is my time zone. To compute the date, again, I need to bring the UTC formatting into my time zone. So I have a step for that. I have an action for that, which is the formatter by Zapier app will help me with that. The action event is date and time. And this is how the configuration looks like. So the transformation is to format this date, and I'm bringing the date from Pipedrive, and I've constructed this because Pipedrive gives me the date separated from the time. So for this specific action, I'm getting the time. And the to format, it has this format, which is HHMM. This will bring me only the hour part, okay? I select my time zone, and I instruct Zapier as well what kind of formatting the original date is, and as well as the time zone. So for instance, the output will be for this action only the time. It's a similar step here for getting the date. So action event is, the app is formatted by Zapier. The action event is date time. The configuration is formatting as well. The input is the same. The destination format I want is just the year, month, and day. And that's it. This is how it looks like. Now that I have the date and the time separated, I can use the day for the delay until step, and then the hour to customize the message. Of course, if you don't want to include the hour in your message, you can get rid of this step, but I found that useful, so to inform and double check with the client that we are on the same page. Now, what happens with previous days reminders? The workflow is pretty much the same with a small tweak. Here it is. So basically here I'm sending a message at 10 a.m. the previous day. And for the trigger, the difference is that I'm using the jobs due tomorrow filter from Pipedrive. Then of course, if we go to OpenPhone, the message will be a little bit different. So I have this hello first name, job is scheduled for tomorrow, and I'm including again the time and the location. But then here I need an extra step to calculate which is the previous date for the date scheduled for that job, because I'm going to use that delay by Zapier until action, as you see here. So output from step 3, let's see how this looks like. Again, formatted by Zapier, action event, date, time. And the transformation I'm using this time is add subtract time. So I'm giving as input step 2, which is the day the job is going to happen. And the expression is -1 day. Tell Zapier as well which kind of formatting I want as destination and the from formatting. And this is how it looks like. So if we can see here for this specific example, I have that the day the job is going to happen is 28th of November, and the result from this calculation is 27th of November. The very last step when you are building Zaps is to rename them so it's easier for you to understand which of the Zaps is doing what in the future. and then hit publish. So your Zaps will start working from the time you hit publish and are turned on. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial for setting reminders for Pipedrive. I want to hear from you in the comments. What texting application do you use at your company? And I may shoot again this tutorial for that specific platform. Also, I'm very curious, what schedules of reminders do you have? Do you do same day, previous day, a week before? Sometimes we need multiple reminders to make sure our clients are at home when we are going to serve them. Again, do you need help implementing this? Feel free to reach out using the booking link in the description below. Cheers!